I spent the first 15 years of my gardening life on my hands and knees, pulling weeds until my back ached and my fingers were raw. Every single weekend, without fail. And I told myself that was just what gardening required. Then one afternoon, my neighbor Dorothy leaned over the fence and said, "Margaret, why are you still doing that?" Her garden was immaculate, not a weed in sight, and she was sitting in a lawn chair with a cup of tea. That afternoon changed my entire approach to gardening because Dorothy showed me something I wish someone had told me 30 years earlier. Certain plants, when placed in the right spots, will do all the weeding for you permanently. No chemicals, no kneeling, no back pain, just beautiful, thriving garden beds that practically take care of themselves. Today I am going to share 7 of those plants with you. These are the ones I have grown in my own garden for decades, and I promise you, once you plant them, you will never look at weeding the same way again. If you are new here, welcome to the Gardening Grandma. I am so glad you found me. Hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a tip, and let us get started. Plant 1, Creeping Thyme, the Fragrant Weed Smotherer. The first plant on my list is one that makes me smile every single time I walk through my garden. Creeping thyme. Now, when most people hear the word thyme, they think of the kitchen. And yes, creeping thyme is absolutely wonderful in cooking. But as a weed fighter, it is extraordinary in ways most gardeners simply never discover. Here is what creeping thyme does that nothing else can quite match. It spreads along the ground in a dense, flat mat, only 2 to 3 inches tall, and it roots as it goes. Every inch of soil it touches becomes covered, sealed off. Weeds simply cannot push through it because there is nowhere left for them to go. But here is my favorite part. You can walk on it. I have it planted between my garden stepping stones, and every time I step on it, it releases the most beautiful herbal fragrance you can imagine. It is like having a tiny aromatherapy session every time I tend my garden. In my own backyard, I planted creeping thyme along the edges of my raised beds about 12 years ago. Those edges used to be the worst weed problem I had. Now they are covered in a carpet of tiny pink and purple flowers every summer, and I have not pulled a single weed from those spots since. It loves full sun, handles drought beautifully, and in most zones, it stays evergreen through winter. Plant it once, and it only gets better every year. Plant 2, Sedum, the indestructible spreader. My second plant is one I recommend to every gardener who tells me they have a hot, dry, impossible spot where nothing will grow. Sedum, also known as stonecrop. Sedum is a succulent, which means it stores water in its thick, fleshy leaves. And what that means for you is that once it is established, it practically laughs at drought. It laughs at heat. It laughs at poor soil. And it spreads into exactly those bare, difficult spots where weeds love to move in. Here is what makes sedum so extraordinary for weed prevention. It creates what I call a living armor across the soil surface. Those thick mats of succulent foliage cover the ground so completely that weed seeds cannot find enough light or space to germinate. You are not fighting weeds anymore. You are simply never giving them room to start. There are so many beautiful varieties to choose from. Dragon's blood turns a stunning deep red in autumn. Autumn joy produces gorgeous pink flower heads that fade to rust as winter approaches and look beautiful even when dried. Angelina has bright golden yellow foliage that practically glows in the sun. I have sedum growing in 3 of my toughest garden spots. A south-facing slope that bakes in summer, a rocky border along my driveway, and a strip between my sidewalk and the street. All 3 used to be overrun with weeds every year. Now they are covered in color, and I do not touch them except to admire them. Plant 3, Pachysandra, the shade garden miracle. Now let me tell you about the plant that solved my biggest gardening frustration for 20 years. The area under my old oak tree, Pachysandra. If you have mature trees in your yard, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The ground beneath them is dry, shady, and full of competing roots. Nothing seems to want to grow there except weeds. I tried grass. I tried mulch. I tried annuals. Everything either died or got overtaken. Then I planted Pachysandra, and I have never looked back. Pachysandra is a low-growing evergreen ground cover that thrives in exactly the conditions most plants hate. Deep shade, dry soil, root competition. It handles all of it with ease. And once it establishes, which takes about 2 seasons, it forms such a dense carpet that not a single weed can push through. Here is what most gardeners do not realize about Pachysandra. It spreads underground through runners, so it quietly expands its territory year after year without any help from you. You plant it once, and over time, it simply takes over in the best possible way. My Pachysandra bed is now 20 years old. It covers a wide stretch under my oak tree. It is lush, dark green, and it requires absolutely nothing from me. No watering after the first year, no fertilizing, no weeding. I walk past it every morning, and it makes me happy every single time. Plant 4, lamb's ear, the silver carpet. My 4th plant is one that grandchildren cannot stop touching, and honestly, neither can I. Lamb's ear. The leaves of lamb's ear feel exactly like what the name suggests. Impossibly soft, covered in a dense silver fuzz that feels like velvet under your fingertips. But beyond being one of the most tactile and beautiful plants in any garden, lamb's ear is a surprisingly fierce weed suppressor. Here is why it works so well. Those silvery leaves spread outward in wide rosettes and multiply through offsets at the base of each plant. Within a season or 2, you have a thick silver carpet that blocks sunlight from reaching the soil below. No light, no weeds. It really is that simple. What I love about recommending lamb's ear to my fellow senior gardeners is how forgiving it is. It tolerates poor soil, drought, and some neglect beautifully. It does not need dividing very often, does not need fertilizing, and requires almost no attention once it is settled in. I planted lamb's ear along my front path as edging about 8 years ago. That border used to need weeding every 2 weeks in summer. Now the lamb's ear has filled in completely. The path looks more beautiful than ever, and I walk past it just to run my hand along the leaves. It is one of those small, quiet joys that I wish I had discovered decades earlier. I want to stop here for a moment and ask you, which of these plants are you most excited to try in your own garden? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love hearing what is growing in your yard. Now let us keep going, because the next 3 plants on my list are the ones I get asked about most. Plant 5, Ajuga, the fastest spreader in the garden. If you have ever wanted a ground cover that spreads fast, and I mean genuinely fast, then you need to meet plant number 5. Ajuga, also called bugleweed. Ajuga is the most aggressive spreader on my entire list, and I mean that in the very best way. It sends out horizontal runners that root wherever they touch soil, creating a dense, low mat of colorful foliage that outcompetes just about every weed I have ever encountered. In one single growing season, a small plug of Ajuga can cover several square feet. Here is what makes Ajuga particularly special. It comes in some of the most beautiful leaf colors you will find in any ground cover. Deep burgundy, chocolate bronze, variegated green and cream, and in spring, every plant sends up short spikes of brilliant blue-purple flowers that are absolutely gorgeous. Now, I want to give you one piece of honest advice because that is what I am here for. Ajuga spreads enthusiastically, so plant it in areas where you want it to roam freely or where you have edging to contain it. Do not plant it directly next to your lawn or it will creep right in. But in a garden bed, on a slope, or under shrubs where you want fast coverage, it is absolutely perfect. If you are enjoying these tips, please make sure you are subscribed to The Gardening Grandma. I share new gardening wisdom every single week, and I would love to have you in our little community. Plant 6, Black-Eyed Susan, the native weed fighter. Now we come to one of my absolute favorite flowers in the entire garden. Plant number 6, Black-Eyed Susan. If you picture a wildflower meadow in late summer, bright golden yellow petals surrounding a dark chocolate center, that is the Black-Eyed Susan. And this cheerful, sun-loving native wildflower is one of the most underrated weed fighters I know. Here is what makes it work. Black-Eyed Susan spreads by both underground roots and by self-seeding, which means it naturalizes over time. Once it is established in a sunny spot, it fills in more and more each year, gradually crowding out anything else that tries to grow there. In naturalized patches, weeds simply cannot compete with the established root network, and because it is a native plant, it is perfectly adapted to whatever conditions your region throws at it. Heat, drought, poor soil, heavy rain, Black-Eyed Susan takes it all in stride. My grandmother grew these in her garden before me, and that always makes me smile when I see them blooming. Here is a tip I always share with this one. After blooming finishes in fall, leave the seed heads standing rather than cutting them down. The birds, especially goldfinches, absolutely love the seeds through winter. You feed the birds, the plant self-seeds naturally, and you get a bigger, better patch next year. It is one of those beautiful garden cycles that just makes everything easier. Plant 7, Vinca, the year-round evergreen blanket. And our 7th plant, the one I saved for last because it might just be the most hardworking plant on this entire list, is Vinca, also known as periwinkle. Vinca is an evergreen ground cover that does something almost no other plant on this list can do quite as well. It works year-round. When everything else in the garden has gone dormant for winter, Vinca stays green, stays dense, and keeps right on suppressing weeds every single day of the year. Those dark glossy leaves grow in a dense trailing mat that covers the ground completely and holds its color through every season. In spring, it produces the most charming little 5-petaled flowers in periwinkle blue or white. They are delicate and beautiful, and they make the whole bed come alive after a long winter. What I have learned from growing Vinca for 30 years is that it rewards patience. The first year, it establishes its roots. The second year, it starts to spread. By the third year, it is a carpet that requires nothing from you. Not watering, not fertilizing, not weeding underneath. It simply does its job, season after season, year after year. I have Vinca under my forsythia bushes, along my shady fence line, and on a slope at the back of my property that I could never grow anything else on. Every single one of those spots is permanently weed-free and permanently beautiful, and I have not done a thing to any of them in years. There you have it, my dear gardening friends. 7 plants that have saved my back, saved my weekends, and saved me from a lifetime of unnecessary weeding. Creeping thyme for your sunny paths and borders. Sedum for your hot, dry problem spots. Pachysandra for the shade under trees. Lamb's ear for beautiful silver edging. Ajuga for fast coverage anywhere you need it. Black-Eyed Susan for your sunny, naturalized areas. And Vinca for year-round evergreen coverage in even the toughest spots. Not one of these plants requires chemicals. Not one of them requires constant maintenance. You plant them, Give them a season or two to get settled, and then you simply enjoy your garden, the way gardening was always meant to feel. Which of these 7 is going on your list this season? Tell me in the comments. I truly love hearing from you, and this little community we are building together is one of the joys of my week. If you found these tips helpful, please share this video with a friend who could use a break from weeding. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do. I share new gardening wisdom every single week, and I would love to see you back here. Until next time, happy gardening, take care of yourselves, and take care of those beautiful gardens of yours.